good morning, humanity. It's April 12th, 2021, and it's our favorite time of the week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul. And hi, everybody, my name's Paul.
Hello, everyone. This is Bev.
Yes, good morning, Bev.
Hello, Paul.
So I thought I'd play that a little longer for people who were waiting for us to come online. That little song, that's by Mimi Dai. She did a benefit concert for us in Hawaii once. She is a viola player and has a
Oh, it's
whole
beautiful.
slew of songs. You can look her up on YouTube. Wonderful, wonderful player. And
Yeah.
it was just flashed on that. It was in a church, and we sold
Oh,
tickets, and I mean, it was an awesome experience. And then she let us use her song uh,
it's
on our
wonderful, isn't
video.
it?
Yeah.
Perfect. It's perfect. Yeah.
So here we are, everybody. Welcome. And we are going to talk about something that comes up a lot in the healing work field, and that is belief. So, is belief necessary with BioTouch? Is belief necessary with anything? You can comment over
Yeah,
there
anything.
on comment. Let us know if you think belief is important. But we're going to talk about belief with BioTouch.
Yes.
And so even we were talking about what is belief. What is it when we believe something?
I know. Well, I can only say it comes from, a combination of really how, our early environment and how we were trained in our family situation, carryovers, what was put into our heads from those who raised us, and our perceptions of the world, and basically, I believe this and I believe that, and you believe that, and so what do we have when we start having all these different beliefs? I mean, that's fine, but if you really want to,
Division.
yeah, yeah,
Yes, big divisions.
absolutely. It becomes a separating essence because you don't believe the same way I do about that, and so seriously, there's something wrong with you. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then what? Judgments start coming, criticisms, blaming, and hurting, and terrible things come from
Yeah.
belief systems
Yeah, it's
after a
interesting. We
while.
have in our certification program where we have talks about different kinds of beliefs, ideas, and everybody
Right.
gets to share their belief system. And what I just love about BioTouch in relation to that is you get to see everybody has a perception. Your belief is based on perception and accumulation of your knowledge or your information that you've gotten, and then you form a belief system. And the problem that happens is once you have that belief system, you're locked. You sort of lock yourself in, and you have to defend your belief system. And
Yeah.
in those classes that we have, we let people come up with their belief system, but we let people listen to every belief system. And you start to see there's a commonality
Right.
to these belief systems. And then we go in those rooms and we
Yeah. Yeah.
touch.
And it all goes away. Well, I think that's a good point because what what true, love is, and caring about other people is having a tolerance. We all have our stuff that we bring into our relationships or into whatever we're working with and whoever we're working with. We all have our little things, right? We've developed them. We're so good at it. We really are. And but in the midst of all of that, we have to start saying, I'm going to honor whatever you believe in because I'm honoring you. It's yours. I may think a little bit different, but so what? Then you step into the relationship with BioTouch, and you see in that self-awareness, oh my gosh, it doesn't matter
Right.
what I believe in this moment or what you believe in this moment. It's it's just two people, as we say all the time, having a present experience with another human being.
It reminds
And
me of when I was studying with grandfather too, and people used to ask him, he had all these philosophies, everything metaphysical, underphysical, overphysical, Buddhism, this and that, Western philosophy. But when people used to say, well, so do you believe this? And do you believe that? And, always trying to pin him down. And he'd always answer with, I don't believe anything.
Good answer,
Yeah,
right?
he didn't believe anything. He just always was investigating. And I think
Yeah.
touch really, when I started BioTouch doing it over 30 years ago, I had lots of belief systems. I was anti this, anti that, anti system, lived on the land, didn't sign IRS forms. Oops. Hope nobody's listening. No.
What did you say that? I didn't hear that.
but and the whole medical system and BioTouch really helped me live in the presence with people and realize belief systems didn't matter. It didn't change who you were as a person. And therefore, because of that, you could practice BioTouch because it didn't matter what you believed. And belief didn't play a part in the effectiveness of BioTouch. And I think that's
Right.
key in sharing BioTouch as what is it, a technique for the people? Isn't that one of
A
our branding?
treatment
A
for the
treatment for the
people.
people.
Yeah. Thank you, Orange Identity, for
Yeah,
that one. Yeah, I mean, let's face it, we live in a chaotic world right now, even more so than normal. Or maybe it's always been this way. It's just
right.
this internet, this nervous system of the planet is letting us share in each other's stuff more and more and more. And so what's happening is we're being faced more and more with different belief systems that we weren't accessible before, right? Because this is a global
Right.
place here. We're humanity living all over the planet, and we're being brought closer together. And so we're going to be subjected to more and more cultural belief systems and thinking different ways. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, one of the reasons why BioTouch is so important right now is it literally offers us a way in this opening in this expansion of humanity to pierce through all of that. I know, us working with all these other certified practitioners all over the world, what an amazing opportunity for us, because they are so, first of all, BioTouch lets us just say, oh, here's another human being living in that part of the world with the same body, the same
Right.
desires, the same, wishes and hopes and dreams. And what does BioTouch let us do? Just look at that other human being and listen to them and say, oh, that's beautiful, without judgments, without criticisms, because we don't talk about belief systems or I think this or I have a philosophy of that. First of all, this whole foundation says BioTouch, that's not required.
Right.
That's not where we're coming from. We're just coming from the whole point of BioTouch is a way to come into a loving relationship with another person. Nothing else needs to happen except that touch.
Right.
Yeah, it just
And
breaks it all down.
and uh, and yet, if you have belief systems, because I've not met anybody who doesn't, you can still do BioTouch. You know,
Absolutely.
because
That's
you
the
don't have to
beauty.
believe in the system. And that's
Right.
the beauty of it. The
Yeah.
system will just work regardless of who you are. And I have that story of that. He was a retired Air Force. I don't know. He was way up there in the ranks. I don't know what they call Air Force higher ups, but
Fly boys.
fly boys. I never get to play in that field. But
Right.
he brought his wife from. We were in Memphis. He brought his wife from Albuquerque, and he was just real skeptical. I don't even know how he heard about it, but he came. They stayed at the hotel. They were getting. His wife was very sick. They were getting worked with. I think 2 times a day. but
Wow.
he couldn't believe in it. But he did read a book that we had on the shelf. It was called um, Vibrational Medicine by
Mhm.
Dr. Gerber. And so we're putting that out there because if you have friends and family who they need documentation, they have a belief system about the medical system, and science. This doctor wrote it from a scientific point of view about vibrational medicine for countless ages of human beings on the planet. And he
Right.
did it from a doctor's point of view. So if you need that kind of stuff, that's there too. We also have
Yeah.
research. If you believe in research, if you believe in testimonials, they're there. I mean, whatever you want to believe, what we're trying to say is just get on
Yeah.
it.
Just do it.
Just
Oh, wait a
do
minute.
it.
That's somebody else's thing.
Right. And the other part that's nice too is you don't have to have an intention. Belief and
Oh,
intention. People say, well,
there.
you got to have an intention, or you've got to focus yourself or center yourself or be an all kind, loving person. And
Right.
I just always love sharing how, even jerks can do it. And I've proven that because I'm a pretty big
There you
jerk.
here
I am
you
a
are.
big jerk on the planet.
Well,
So,
if we ever do, if anybody ever does have an intention with BioTouch, it's only one thing about helping another human being with their pain, with their
yeah,
stress.
that's in our
Um,
manual. Yeah.
the intention is what, to love somebody.
Well, what
That's
it says
about all
here,
we got with that.
right, what it says here, with a simple intent to help one's fellow human beings and proper instruction, assistance may be initiated by any individual. No special talent is required to be effective. Everyone, because of their inherent love and compassion for those who are suffering, can perform these methods without limitation.
I remember, Paul, you and I, and a bunch of us went to that healing medicine conference years ago. Remember, in Tucson,
Energy medicine
and
conference, right?
and yeah, and I was just going into the instructor program, and you come, and we took a break, and you're like, Bev, all of these people in there are talking about intention. What? We don't have one.
Right.
I said, should we go get one?
Right. Where can we buy one quick before my
Can we
presentation?
get one real quick before you get up there and talk?
Right.
You
And
have to have an intention.
what I learned from that particular conference? There were hundreds of people
Oh no,
there,
I
and
know.
people, including the guy who put it together, came up to me and go, "That was an amazing presentation." They didn't know me from Joe Schmo.
With
I
the
was like,
bio ball.
yeah, who's this kid in the background coming up with all these
Right.
PhDs and doctors and philosophers and
Right.
psychics, and I'm just presenting this thing and getting everybody to touch, showing the little bio ball,
Yeah.
and people were
That was perfect.
laughing, yeah, and people were having fun, and they were doing healing work, and people were inspired by that. The
Yeah.
problem that happens is the wandering lunatic mind, as soon as that's done, and a week later, we forget the simplicity of BioTouch.
I
And
know.
so it doesn't, and we don't have people, we're not swarming on you, telling you to sign up for this course. And then once you've done that, sign up for that course. We sort of put it out there and then we sort of drop out of the way. And we're not really good at that kind of marketing.
Well, if we're promoting, this foundation promotes and encourages self-awareness. If we really believe that, we have no business
Right.
jumping on people's stuff and go, don't you want to have another? That's right. We're not in anybody's way.
Right.
That's our whole premise here. We honor everything. We let it go. This is up to that person. If you have an intention or a belief system, please get BioTouch. We would
Right.
love to do that for you. But
So
everything else,
our intention is to teach this, and to
yes,
do it as many ways as possible. We just went to a little meeting of intentional community work with elders, and they're ready to make BioTouch part of that because it can be used by the young ones to work with the old. I
yes.
mean, get a young child with it. They don't. What do they believe? They believe they want to go outside and play. So it's like,
Right.
yeah,
He had his earphones in and he's
right. It's like,
smiling.
and so
Yeah.
they just love doing it because they don't have to believe in it. So they'll work on grandma and then go, okay, can I go play? And they're going to be effective.
Yep.
And you'll be effective regardless of what you believe. And you could be thinking all kinds of things while you're doing the session, and it doesn't
Yep.
matter. Otherwise, I don't think I'd be involved in this if you had to have all this belief and focus your mind. And I mean,
Oh gosh.
I've not met a lot of people on this planet who know how to be mindful, to be
Right.
present. But BioTouch just sort of automatically does that, regardless of what the beliefs are or my wandering lunatic mind is doing. The points are sort of helping my body understand what being mindful or being present is
Right.
all about. So,
Yep.
so we're always
Definitely.
wanting to teach. So we're going to teach you a very simple technique here today. Works on the neck, which is all the nerves that go to the head. So headaches, Parkinson's, disease, anything where you're sort of that body mind disconnect. Just the tension that we get in here from sitting
Yeah.
around all day with the computer. So, very simple set. Let's show it to you. We'll be back here in a minute.
The neck set is used for addressing most headaches, neck pains, and soreness of the upper back. These points are performed in matching fire on the large muscles that run along the back of the neck. Points 1 and 1 are halfway down the neck on the side of the large muscles. Points 2 and 2 are at the top of the neck on the side of the large muscles at the base of the skull. Points 3 and 3 are at the bottom of the neck on the side of the large muscles. As with any set, you may repeat the points as many times as you like. These points may be touched in any order, such as touching points 2, then points 1, and finally points 3.
Boom. I mean, I
And
look at these
so
videos
effective.
and I look at these videos, these two kids,
I
I think one
know.
was like 9, the other was 10 or 12. I, I mean,
I
we
know.
have some amazing videos,
We do.
some,
We do.
some very inspirational videos to show how simple BioTouch is, without belief, without intention, just being who you are, a
For
fellow human.
everybody.
Yes, everybody. So we have classes that we do also for those who've not been part of these shows yet. And our next class is coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
So on a global scale, we're able to teach because we're doing our training virtually. And Angela, there she is with her little baby, and she's
I was just
watching.
thinking about
Yeah,
that.
and she's
Yeah.
watching us right now. She said hi to us.
Oh,
So
hi,
here we
Angela.
are Saturday, 9 to 4:30 Arizona time. If you're interested, you can go online. Massage Therapist, if you plug in Massage 20 to the coupons, we'll give you 20% off the usual price, which makes it the $48 for everybody, and we'll give you the CE credits.
Yep.
Also, coming up at the end of the month on the 22nd, we have Arrhythmia. If you ever tried spelling arrhythmia and getting it right,
I know. I had that test.
I'm constantly. It's like, what's that H doing there? And wait a minute, what? So,
2 hours?
yeah.
What?
Anyhow, we're going to have a class with Eileen Webster, who's a registered pharmacist, also working with the marijuana medical marijuana movement. Has done a lot of research with that, certified in that. She's going to teach us about arrhythmia and teach us how to remember how to spell it correctly. So
You're
that's
right.
on the 22nd, 6 p.m. Arizona time as we Facebook live stream it. But then we also send out all kinds of emails. Get on our email list, justtouch.com, and just sign up to get all the information about what we're doing in the future and in the present. And check out our website for all the past shows. Also, I just realized today we just had our 51st health condition workshop published today.
Wow.
So we've done a
That's
lot of show.
amazing.
Yeah, we've been around for a long time, folks,
Yeah.
and that's because we love what we do.
Yep.
So, and I love you, Beth.
I love
Thank
you,
you very
Paul.
much for being here today, and thank you all for
Yes.
letting us into your home and on your computer.
Yep.
So we're going to close with a little ditty from Horace Barnes, and we're going to show you a little images of the book launch that we had. If you're interested in that book, BioTouch Healing with the Fingers, Healing with the Power in Your Fingertips.
It's a good one.
Yes. So we'll see you all next week. Thanks a
We
lot.
will. Have a great week.
I
can feel the pain in sunshine or rain. So it's not caused by the weather, but it doesn't hurt that much after I feel your loving touch and we spend some time together. You take my pain away each and every day. You're an angel from heaven on high. Your butterfly touch helps me heal so much, and I get better as time goes by. You take my pain away.